welcome to my YouTube channel Fire Neurons, and here I am with the new video related to AI agents and environments. Let's see what is AI agents and environments. First of all, let us discuss what is intelligent agents. An AI system is composed of an agent as well as an environment. Okay, the agents acts in their environment. So an environment can have one or more agents, and how they percept from the environment, that person is called an agent. So what is an agent? And you should know, you should have an aware about the agent as well as the environment. So what is an agent? Is nothing but which can be a machine, which can be a computer, which can be a human like instrument or an perceiver, sensors. So it can perceive things from its environment through the sensors and acts upon that environment through the effectors. Whatever be the actions or whatever be the information that it perceives from the environment related to the decision making and making a decision and then reacting it to it in the form of action through their effectors. So agent can have two sessions, one is sensors and the other is effectors. So it perceives some information from the environment through sensors and create or act upon that based upon some decision making, and then the actions are executed through effectors. So let's see what are the agents. Different types of agents are there. A human agent is there, robotic agent is there, software agent is there, and many more. So if you consider a human agent has sensory organs such as eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin parallel to the senses. That is our sensing organs. We have 5 sense organs related to that. That are the sensors, that is the perceiving informations from the environment. And other organs such as hands, legs, mouth are the effectors, according to which whatever we have seen with your eyes, according to that situations, you take decisions and react with your hands or legs, whatever, mouth, etc. That is acting as an effectors. Now when you consider a robotic agent, it replaces the cameras and infrared range finders for the sensors and the various motors and actuators acting as an effectors. Now a software agent, if you are considering, has a encoded bit strings, that is you are writing some programs, accordingly it is reacting or performing or giving you the output. These are the different agents that we could see, we could classify. So in such we can say that it perceives some information from the environment through sensors and make decisions according to which and perform the action to the environment itself through the effectors. Okay, now say the small description about the diagrammatic representation. You can say this is an agent which is like a human. It can act as a computer. So it perceives from the environment through their sensors and accordingly make the decisions and performs the action again to the environment through what? The effectors. So agent perceives something from information from the environment, take a decision according to which the actions are executed and the environment to the environment itself. Now what are the terminologies that is required for an agent, to build an agent? The performance measure of an agent is a criteria which determines how successful an agent is working. Okay, by perceiving the information, how much it is working successfully. That is the performance or measure of an agent. And the behavior of an agent, it is an action that agent performs after any given sequence of percepts. What are the actions that it has to be? That is, it stores informations like a history. Then percept means it is an agent's perceptual inputs at a given instant, at a given time. What are the inputs that the agent perceives from the environment? Percept sequence is a history of all that an agent has perceived till date. At this point, what are the history, what are the information that the agents has perceived from the environment that is stored? That is the percept sequence. And agent function, it is a map from the percept sequence to an action. What makes to the percept information to take decision and what is to be performed, what action to be taken has been specified by an agent function. So these are the terminology that we have required to define an. Now what is the goal of an agent? We may say that it should have a high performance. It must give an optimized result and a rationalized action. That is, according to the decision, it should be to the right action has to be performed. That is called the rational action. So when you consider an automatic, suppose you are considering an automatic, for example, an automatic car. When you're considering the automatic car as a model, agent model, what are the performance? Performance in the sense is that automatic car has to move according to it, using the safety measures with a comfort drive. Within the time we have to reach the destination. So these are the performance of an automatic car. And what is the environment? Environment is a road. As such, it has to travel in a road. And what are the action according to it? That is based upon the obstacles that the car has to encounter. Accordingly, we may say that it has to move to left or right, or it has to produce, generate accelerator, press the accelerator, and avoid the obstacles. These are the actions according to which. Sensors, we can say the sensors are the, cameras that is loaded into the automatic, set into the automatic car, or some according to the temperature we have to use the wipers have to be on, like that we can send sensors can be activated. So accordingly we may say that an agent model should contain, so like we can say at P's, it should have occupier or anchored, means P's, that is performance, environment, and actions and sensors has to be defined. Then only we can say that the model is a successful agent. Okay, I think it's clear. Now coming to the types of agents, there are different 4 types of agents, that are simplex reflex agents, model based agents, goal based agents, and utility based agents. So agent structure can be viewed. What is an agent structure? That can be an architecture along with the agent program. And what does architecture means? The machinery that an agent executes on. That is called the architecture. Okay, an agent program is an implementation of an agent. Now considering the simplex reflex agents, what they do, they choose actions only based on the current percept. That means at present what is happening in it, that only has been perceived by the sensors of that agent. So they are rational only if a correct decision is made based on the current percept. So so each agent works according to the environment it takes. So what is the environment? It is completely observable, that is fully observable. So it is works what does it comes it from the environment, it perceives, the sensors perceive the information, and how is the world like now, what action I need to do, all has been done, decision making has been done, and they perform their action by using the effectors. So there can be a condition action rule, that it is a rule that maps a state or a condition to an action. So here ignore the rest of the perceptive, don't keep the information, previous information, that is the percept history, and knowledge about the environment is clear. For example, if you consider the sneeze, then that is whenever we sneeze, we don't we sneeze it out, right? We have the environment fully observable. We cannot control it. We may control, but we cannot control, or the environment at that present is that is fully observable, that we know that environment, we cannot change the environment. So that is simplex reflex agents. Now let's consider the next as the model. Next is the model agent, model based agents, where we consider the internal states. It contains an internal state. That internal state is based upon the knowledge about how the things happen in the world. So internal state, it is a representation of unobserved aspects of the current states depending on the perceived history. So if at all we doesn't know what is happening, what is going to happen, but according to the previous history, it has the information that is stored in the internal state. So updating the state requires the information about how the world evolves and how the agents' actions affect the world. So the environment in it is a partially observable. For example, if you consider an automatic car, it runs in the road, it doesn't know what and all obstacles it has to face, right? Where to go, where to the left, if there is a car in front of it, vehicle, which side you have to move, like that. That information is based upon the percept history. So it means how the world evolves and how the agent's actions affect the world, all has to be gained by the model based reflex. Next comes the goal based model. Goals based model, they choose their actions in order to achieve the goals. They point out only, or they concentrate only on the goal, how well they can reach to the goal state. So it is more flexible than reflex agents, since the knowledge supporting a decision is explicitly modeled and thereby allowing for modification. So current perception as well as the history is used for performing an action. And what is that? That is based upon some searching or planning algorithm. Suppose for example, if you want to go for a tour, and what will you do? You will discuss with your friends who had already went to that place, and how long it is and how many kilometers it has to be, and which time it is suitable for you to go to that place, like that. And if you have so many members in your family to go there, and what is the vehicle that you could use. So that is the searching and planning, how much distance, and in between, if you have an old parents with you, then you need a break, like that, and someone has to share you driving. So these all comes under searching and planning. How much distance is searching, which route is to be taken, that is searching. Planning is about how well you can settle, where to stay, like that, where to take the food, that all comes under planning. So according to the current perception and history, the action is performed. That is goal based agents. And the other is the next is the utility based agent. Last is the utility based agent, wherein they choose actions based on a preference, that is utility. They don't give importance to the goal, how you reach and all, but how the way, what is the happy state or unhappy state, that focus on the utility. If you consider an example GPS, where we want to go to some destination, and when you use a GPS, they will show the shortcut route as well as the fastest route, like that. So when you choose that, what and all diverse, there may be many diversions, but we have to see that whether that vehicle is containing a child or old parents and all, we have to consider that. Before that, they means giving them comfortable, the drive should be comfortable. So choosing that is the utility. You are preferring that happy state, we are preferring about your children or your parents. So you can accordingly you can choose the best route, right? So they are conflicting goals, out of which only few can be achieved. So goals have some uncertainty being achieved. It can be late you reach there, but the drive would be safety drive and comfortable for the passenger in it. Okay, that is the focusing on the utility in all the goal state. So you have a utility function, that is, this is the agent which deal with happy and the unhappy state. An example, GPS. So there's other various types of agents: simplex reflex agent, model based agent, and goal based agent, and utility based agent, wherein simplex reflex agent is only having a fully observable environment, all others are partially observable environment. Next is coming to the environment. As you said, as I said, that when you define agent, we should also know about the environment. So there are different various types of environment: the discrete and continuous. If they are limited number of distinct and clearly defined states, so that is we know the limited number of distinct states, and we can define it clearly, then we can say that it is the distinct. For example, if you consider chess, you know how many squares are there, and what black and white squares are there, and what are the moves that each object would take, how many steps that can be taken, whether it is left or right, whether it is in L shape or straight moving forward, we know that. Otherwise we can say that that is discrete. When we know this number of distinct states, that clearly we say that it is discrete environment. And when it is not, that is continuous, that is driving, he doesn't know what is the environment, that is opposite of discrete. Okay, observable and partially observable. If it is possible to determine the complete state of the environment at each time or each point while perception, then we can say it is observable, otherwise it is partially observable. Static and dynamic means if the environment does not change while an agent is acting, then it is said to be static. That is, there is no change in the environment, agent's action has not been affected, then we can say it is static. Otherwise it is dynamic. Single agent, there are, as I said, the environment may contain other agents which may be of the same or different kind of that agent. That is single and multiple agent. Accessible and inaccessible means if the agent sensory apparatus can have a complete access of the environment, then we can say it is accessible, otherwise it is inaccessible. Deterministic, it is all defined according to the agent. Okay, deterministic, if the next state of the environment is completely determined by the current state, when we reach the current state we know the next state, means it is deterministic, otherwise it is non-deterministic. Episodic means in an episodic, each episode consists of the agent perceiving and then acting. The quality of its action depends just on the episode itself. So subsequent episodes do not depend on the actions in the previous episode. So only it considers about the present. So episodic environment are much similar because the agent does not need to think ahead, right? Whatever be the actions that is executed at that present moment, that has been stored. That is episodic. Episode by episode, different actions are executed by the agent. That is the different. These are the different types of environment: discrete or continuous, observable or partially observable, dynamic or static or dynamic, single agent and multiple agents, accessible and inaccessible, deterministic, non-deterministic, episodic or non-episodic. They are summarizing different problems that has been executed in different environments. How can we define such problems in games? There can be different games or situations that that are the different tasks in the given environment. Let's see the crossword, these are the different types of environments, and the agent, whether it is single or multi-agents that is executed in different programs. When you consider the crossword problem, we have a fully observed, we know all the squares and how the letters, incomplete letters are there. Deterministic, we know the next character, we can search if we know English very well. Then episodical, it is sequential, and static, it is not changing, the environment, the change in the agent performance is not there. And discrete, it is discrete, the number of states is clearly visible, and it is a single agent. We don't play with two, right? Chess with a clock. Chess with a clock, when I specify this, it means that we also consider the performance of the agent, whether that is the performance of the agent in the sense the player is having its performance by increasing their score. So the score of the player is been changing throughout with the time, right? So again here it is observable, fully observable, and then strategic, that is we cannot say what is next by taking to the consideration of the opponent. Then sequential, episode by episode the change is happening. Semi-dynamic, this is where when we consider the chess with a clock, we can say that it is semi-dynamic, otherwise it is static, right? So so chess without time, we can say that it is a static environment. This is why it is called semi-dynamic. Then discrete means it is clear, the number of states is clear, then multiple agents are playing, not a single player is doing. Taxi driver, here the partially observable, because we don't know while we are driving what are the obstacles that is happening in the road. So it is stochastic, that is not deterministic, and then sequential, dynamic, continuous, multi. And medical diagnosis, here also the environment is partially observable, it is not fully observable. Again there is a next current, from the current stage we can understand the next stage. So we are not clear about the next stage. Sequential, and one by one it goes on, and then it is dynamic and continuous and single. So these are the examples for the explaining the different environments. Now based upon the previous question paper, let's see some of the in the December area. In December month we have 2018. We had a question: which of the following is true for semi-dynamic environment? The environment itself does not change with the passage of time, but the agent's performance score does. then environment performs score but changes. Here we can say that itself does not change with the passage of time. As the time pass by, environment is not changing, but the agent's performances score or has been changing. That is why we say that a chess is a semi-dynamic environment. That's the definition, main definition of that. Okay. Okay, this is the, so the in the first one is the option is the first option is the concept, and then comes the in an AI an environment is uncertain if it happens. When will you say that an in AI environment is uncertain? Not fully observable, yes, it is not. When we say that it is not fully observable, we say that it is uncertain. Not deterministic also, we say that it is unstable. So if any one of which happens, we say that it is environment is uncertain. So we can say that it is here in this option, not fully observable and non-deterministic, non-fully observable or non-deterministic. So it can be any possibility. I mean, if it is not fully observable, then also we can say environment, and if it is not deterministic, then also we can say that environment is uncertain. So if any of this happens, we can say, so this second option is the correct one. So here this has been done by in the year June 18. You will have another session of discussing the question answers, question papers, previous year's question papers, and we can see the last by considering all the portions of AI. The another question is in AI, and a simplex reflex agent selects actions on the basis of, we know that this is the current percept, completely ignoring rest of the percept history. So option 1 is correct. So these are the, so here in this video I have mentioned all about the agents, AI agent, what is intelligent agents, what are the different types of agents, what are the terminologies that is to be considered for an agent to be described, and different types of environment, and a few examples of about the environments, what are the type of environments that problem executes when executed encounters. So this all this are the I would like to stop this video, and thank you for watching this video, and please do comment about the video. So thank you so much, and let's see in the next video.